All right. This is just a clap just for the audio because I find it harder to synchronize sometimes.
That's a throwback.
Yeah. Dude, that legitimately, we had to do that. We had to sync up the audio to the video.
Such a nightmare.
You remember those?
Yeah, I was like, all right, clapping.
Wait 10 seconds.
All right, let's go.
I remember we used to do that on Discord. Okay.
That's the COVID podcast.
Yeah.
This podcast revived in COVID.
That's true.
Yeah, a deadly disease did come back. The Drunken Ship Podcast.
Something good came out of the Rona, and it was this shit. I feel like there's something fucky with the audio here. Can you guys hear?
There's a loud. There was in the background.
It's not even that. That's the headphones.
Like static.
Bryan, do you actually know what you're doing over there?
What do you mean?
He could just be hitting buttons for all I know, really. I don't know if he actually knows what he's doing or not.
When he showed me, it looks pretty simple.
Yeah, that's pretty
I don't know
simple.
about those, though, but it's
These ones?
really clear, straight to the point buttons.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Bryan could just straight up lie to me and say, no, the audio sound's actually really crisp and nice, and I know what I'm doing.
Okay,
and it could be
as
for all I know.
Gotcha.
I've been lying to all of you. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Dude,
I actually send the file out to a guy in Fiverr every week.
He's not in film, he's culinary.
Yeah.
He just cooks the entire time.
That's just like when an expert comes in to do something and you're like, what is he doing? And then you're like, he could just, you never think about, no, this person could be absolutely wrong. It's like that kid that was pretending to be a doctor? A doctor for 2 years, and they never knew.
It's like Ethan, never caught him. Ethan, everyone thought he's an animation student. No, he's a graphic designer.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, he's a great artist.
they are.
Sometimes it's good to question things.
Yeah, sometimes it is good. But
so second guess your doctor sometimes.
You think I smoke weed because I'm black. I got questions every single time. You don't smoke weed? No.
I'm so sorry.
Your name's also Octavius.
That meme you sent me?
Yeah. Shut up, bitch. Your son's name is Octavian.
Octavian, right?
Yeah.
Octavian. Is your name Octavius or Octavian?
Octavian.
That's like a super villain name, man.
Augustus, the Roman emperor.
Augustus Octavian. Is that where it came from? Yeah.
That's a fruity name, Augustus.
It is a little fruity.
I was born in August.
Yeah.
Close.
Nice.
He's Miami. Me or Tim.
I like how people, if they actually, you can tell someone if they finished Yu-Gi or not.
Yeah.
If they call him Yami Yugi or they call him a Tim.
Yeah, dark Yugi. That's what it really means, right?
Dark, just black.
Yami is dark, right?
Because Yami's a card.
I think so.
That's just a black pit, and it's a field spell.
Oh, interesting.
It gives all dark creatures a buff or something.
100 attack points.
Yeah, it was a classic card back in the early games.
Dude, Adriana said the funniest shit about Yu-Gi-Oh when you were getting lattes.
What was that?
Tay asked her if she knew anything about Yu-Gi-Oh, and she was just like, I don't know. I know that there's two of the same guy.
That is... Damn, that's a perfect example of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Then I told her they don't explain it in anime either. They just so happen to look like each other.
They're actually not the same person, and they're not related. They just happen to look the same.
They just have the same fucking hairstyle.
Yeah.
Same with the guy that's a reincarnation of Kaiba, or Kaiba's a reincarnation of. Yeah. Who the fuck is that guy? Does he have a name?
Yeah, he was.
What's it?
He was a hater.
Yeah, he was just the Kaiba.
He wasn't a hater. He was actually his.
Was he loyal?
They were cousins. They were actually cousins.
I can't remember.
Atem and that guy were cousins?
Atem, yeah, they're cousins.
So Kaiba and Yugi are related cousins?
Technically. If they were their actual descendants, they're related.
Are they not their descendants?
Well, that's the thing. They look the same. Like Yugi and Atem, or Yugi, and Atem. I was thinking.
When Yugi grows up, he literally looks like Atem.
So yeah, they could, but technically, no, they're not necessarily.
Even in a GX dub, at the time Atem is dead. He goes to the afterlife.
Yeah.
Yugi's voice is Atem's voice.
Yeah.
So
it's the same guy.
Here we are talking about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, just get off Yu-Gi-Oh! People probably sick of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. Nah, they're not.
We're not though.
You know what I'm fucking sick of? Not being able to find goddamn Yu-Gi-Oh! cards. Fucking sick of that.
We were talking about this last week. Or did we talk about this last week?
We talked about this a little bit last week.
Just not be able to find... Yeah, because stores stopped caring. I started reading an article about that the other day about how... Because it wasn't necessarily people coming in and buying stuff. It was people coming in and stealing stuff.
Yeah.
They were on one side, people were trashing the stores and doing all that stuff. But they said the stealing was so rampant that they just stopped carrying it altogether.
Because they don't know how to fucking keep their cards safe. They put them in the shelf at the entrance of the store. You literally just walk in and fucking swipe. And
you can just take them out of the pack and then head out. Because they're just cardboard.
They're fucking stupid, yeah.
Same with small card sleeves.
Yeah.
They're hard to find too. They're just
The
everything
Japanese
with
versions.
Yu-Gi-Oh is fucking. Because I was looking at get some games before I left. I didn't know to open at 3 because I was going to stop there before I came.
Yeah, yeah.
And
What are these people in school? Like, what? Why does every card shop open up at 3? They're just waiting for kids to get out of
Yeah,
school.
that's exactly it. Yeah.
No, the people that work there are kids at school. And they're like, I gotta get to my job.
It ain't the 90s no more though, right? Kids still do that.
What's that?
Go
Cut
to the car
class.
shop after school.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, if I could
I've seen
bike to a card shop as a kid, I would have done it.
I didn't have the opportunity growing up.
Neither did I, man.
I wanted to live in the neighborhood so bad from Small Soldiers. Do you guys remember Small Soldiers?
Yeah, I had
That
the
movie?
VHS.
Yeah, so remember that kid? He worked in the little toy shop, and he'd ride his bike to schools. Anything was Steven Spielberg.
He made that movie?
I don't know if he made that movie, but he makes every movie that small town suburban movie.
Oh, yeah.
I want to live in a Steven Spielberg movie. Maybe not Indiana Jones movie because there's like Nazis
Indiana
trying to
Jones.
like kill everyone. Like
Kristen Dunst is in that movie.
Kirsten Dunst?
Kirsten Dunst?
Kirsten? Is it Christine or
Kirsten
Kristen?
Kirsten?
Kirsten?
Ah, fucking fine.
But she's in that movie. She's like what? Probably 15 in it.
She's like the
I've
girl next
never
door?
seen I've never
Yeah,
seen
that's
Small
pretty-
Soldiers.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, never seen it.
Such a classic movie.
Bruh.
That seems like a Spielberg movie. Is it? I feel like it is a Spielberg
Tommy Lee
movie.
I'm
Jones.
saying Spielberg.
Yeah, it's Kirsten.
Spielberg?
It's not Spielberg. It's Joe Dante.
I have
Who's
no
John?
idea.
Who's that?
Joe Dante.
I can see it being a Tim Burton movie.
Nah, it'd be
Just because of the stop motion. Let me see. Who's
Was those
Joe
toys
Dante?
real? That little.
no. They're animatronics.
Was it
They
guys?
wasn't stop motion though.
No, I mean like actual figures in real life.
No.
That no one brought.
Oh,
It
that's
was-
the same director that did Gremlins.
Oh, real? Wait,
Yeah.
Gremlins.
This is better than Gremlins. Hot take.
No, didn't Spielberg?
No,
Spielberg didn't he directed Gremlins?
No, he didn't. What are you talking about? That's not a Spielberg movie.
I swear to God, it's a Spielberg.
That's a Joe Dante joint.
Gremlins.
Yo Dante.
Yeah, Joe. You know the guy that wrote Gremlins is the guy that directed the first Harry Potter movie. Chris Columbus, the first couple of Harry Potter movies.
Christopher Columbus went in time to.
That's just his name. Steven Spielberg did E.T.
Yeah.
He did Indiana
Jaws.
Jones. He did Jaws. He did
That guy has an amazing track record.
what did he do else? Did he do fucking He didn't do Iron Giant. That's an animated joint.
Yeah, he did.
I know. Fuck. What's Spielberg's discography? He had another movie that I don't like Spielberg movies.
Spielberg was the executive producer on it.
Oh, he just put money in it.
Yeah.
Well,
He probably had some.
No, he
input.
did not. He just
my
put money in it.
coworker, he writes books and shit, and he loves all these artists and stuff.
Yeah.
We talk about Spielberg every once in a blue moon. I don't see how that guy finds the time to have these stories out like that. Like,
Oh, he just
constantly bangers.
at least he's got
He has a good track record, but he's made a lot of good movies, but he's probably made more bad movies than he's probably made good
I'm
movies.
referring to books though. Like,
Oh, that's I know what you're talking
Books?
about.
Stephen King.
Stephen King.
there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
mixed up. Yeah, both, anyways. But
Dude,
still,
Stephen King writes 3,000 words a day.
really.
He has a very strict writing routine.
My favorite Stephen King project is no one's seen it. It's called Storm of the Century. It's a TV series.
Storm of the Century.
Yeah.
Dude, the made-for-TV Stephen King stuff is actually really fucking
That was
good.
probably my first Stephen King experience. Maybe.
Yeah. Mine was it's the movie where the little blobs eat everything around them. I forgot what they're
Was
called.
it called The Blob?
Yeah.
No, not
It
the
was a
Blob.
remake.
I heard that's a really good movie.
That is. I want to go.
The 50s one, and then the remake one was actually
80, came out 80 with 9.
something like that.
There's one in the 60s and one in the 85. I think.
Yeah. Stephen King's Storm of the Century is about like Satan comes to this small town. I think it's Maine.
Is it a human? I swear to God, if it's a guy in a black suit, I don't want it. I'm so sick of that
He
archetype.
wears a beanie and a blazer and jeans, and he wants to. So the devil's dying,
Yeah.
and he wants to.
It's a successor.
You want to take
Dude,
good.
Steven King books are getting. I feel like every single one of them has been made into a film at this point. He's got such a big licensing. The dude is probably fucking rolling.
Isn't his
He did the Dark Tower too, right?
his daughter's a UFC fighter, right?
Is she really?
Am I referring to the same person?
I don't know.
I don't know. He has a son that's also a writer called Joe Hill.
Joe Hill.
Yeah.
That's what. Who's Joe Hill?
think
Joe
about
Hill.
Joe
I know that
wrote-
name.
He wrote a book called The Heart-Shaped Box.
Nirvana?
He's really good. He did
He's not done any movies.
He wrote
though.
Doctor Sleep.
Okay, that's where I know.
Yeah, he wrote Doctor Sleep.
Say Stephen King. Is it Stephen King? Or Steven Spielberg. Their daughter is like a.
I'm
UFC
googling
fighter or
Stephen
some
King's
shit.
daughter.
Somebody's daughter's a UFC fighter.
Naomi King No, she doesn't look like a. She doesn't look like she would be a fucking. It has to be Stephen King.
I think the first Stephen King movie I ever watched was Gobbletees.
Gobbletees? What the fuck?
Gobbletees nuts, baby. Well, let's go. Theme song.
Don't give him no reaction. Just continue. Just ignore him. Ignore him. Forget about it. All right, nothing happened. I saw that coming a mile away. He rushed it. Just continue the podcast. No reaction. Don't give him no energy. You just make him stronger.
We're back, baby. We're back, baby. Welcome back to the video show.
Don't react to
episode 75.
Fucking quit. I'm out of this shit. Just storm off the podcast. Fucking sick of this.
We can talk about books. Let's talk about books.
What's the last time you read a book?
Dude, high school.
I mean, like a book.
A book. You mean like actual pages?
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
pictures on the
pictures.
screen.
Not a manga.
I've read some audiobooks.
Does it?
My audiobook list is crazy.
Audiobooks count.
I have like Musashi's 5 Rings.
Are you talking about
That
that?
was the first book
What the fuck is that?
Musashi. It was wrote back in the 1500s. It's
Yeah.
am I loud?
Yeah, a little bit.
Let me pull them
So
on my mic.
excited.
I'm the opposite of Tay. Like I have to keep my mic further back. Tay has to keep it close.
Like right fucking there.
It was a book. He was a like legendary samurai back in the
1500s.
1500s,
Probably
something.
1700s.
It was like a long time ago. Like Asian or Asia.
Yeah.
Like they're like Japanese. I know. Like Japanese and Chinese.
They hated each other back in the day.
Yeah, they I think they still do.
My dad.
Their centuries, their like timelines start way before a lot of like. They're like in the year 8.
A lot of the old like martial arts films I used to grow up watching had that kind of racial.
That conflict between like
Yeah.
China and Japan.
Well, apparently Japan did a lot of atrocity. Well, I'm getting off topic here, but like Musashi.
Yeah, let's talk about like ancient politics.
Musashi's 5 Rings is a book of like. It's been been retranslated, and then it's also been trying to be restringed together because it's so old.
Yeah.
But it's essentially a guideline to follow between it teaches you how to be not a martial artist but a warrior. So he
the
goes
mentality
through.
of a warrior.
Yeah, so he actually started off as a samurai. I think he killed his first man at like the age of 11 or something.
That's not true.
He did like. He's like, but and then like I know in his later life he converted to like Buddhism and.
So that's a real guy.
Yes, he was like he's an actual legendary figure.
Interesting.
Like the book I never read, but everyone apparently read is The Art of War.
Oh yeah,
Is
the
it
Art of
similar
War.
to that?
I also have Art of War.
It's like
What are you?
It's like
What
the
are
most
you?
comic book
I
of
don't
all
trust a
time.
white guy with those kind of books.
Dude, that's like my audiobook
badass
list
title,
is
The Art of War.
yeah, my art. Well, Art of War goes over just like tactics and like never like put all your eggs in one basket type stuff.
Type of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I know that Art of War is like a pretty good book. I resisted the urge to even tackle reading it because I see it quoted all the time by like far right, fucking alt-right Jordan Peterson types.
It's like the Pulp Fiction of books.
Yeah, it's just like the book itself is fine.
It literally, it's not. It's a book of quotes. It is. It's a book of just like don't like let your enemy. It's literally just how you should like fight war. It's like what a general would read.
Yeah.
It's fighting tactic. That's all the book is. But it's not like an actual book. It's just like a guideline.
But that's what I'm saying. Like all of these like Jordan Peterson types are kind of like, you gotta be stoic to win the battle.
Not really.
And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? You're speaking
I
in
think
a college.
people. But I think like people. I don't know.
Let me look up a quote.
You can't like third party this into your daily life or something. I think it's a legitimate like. No, but I think it's a legitimate like no. If you're in an actual war conflict, I think people are trying to put it into like, I'm trying to get a promotion at work. No, it's like I think it's an actual like tactics for war.
But that's what the fucking alt-right does. They take books like The Art of War.
Yeah, because people are stupid.
Yeah, they are.
Because it sounds macho to them.
Because it sounds really macho.
They probably actually didn't read the book itself.
And then like you see them people do shit like the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. And like you're speaking in a college stage in front of thousands of college kids. What are you fighting?
This book was
what enemy do you have?
This book was made in like
I know the
70.
book. I know that the book is old. I know it's not the book's fault.
Who wrote that?
Sun Tzu.
Sun Tzu. Yeah.
Sun Tzu. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and then you move, fall like a thunder. But that's the cringiest shit.
You know, I just thought, the General Tso was chicken memes.
What is the General Tso chicken?
TikTok when someone says General Tso is cooking chicken.
Oh.
Wait, what's the meme?
This you tell me this shrimp fried this rice?
I know that one. General Tso made the chicken. Is that what you're talking? It's funny.
It's like when you walk into someone's kitchen and General Tso's is cooking chicken.
Yeah,
or it's like when you walk into that's what it was.
You walk into a Chinese restaurant, General Tso's making chicken.
You walk in the back and General Tso is back there cooking chicken. Those are all like I haven't seen those jokes in a couple months.
Yeah, I missed them. Anyway, I know the book is old. I know it's not the book's fault. I just say Jordan Peterson.
I also have Empire of the Summer Moon.
What the fuck is that?
That's about the Comanches and Comancheria.
I remember you.
What are you reading?
Yeah, why are you reading like you're a historian? What's going on here?
I like books. I like these books, dude. I don't like reading books, but I like listening to them.
That's saying what? Dinosaur and animal videos.
I've been watching a lot of dinosaur videos.
Some people are like, how the fuck you know some of this shit? I just love it. I've been like that growing up.
That's
the
awesome.
Terry the Explainer.
I've been watching PBS.
I've been watching YouTubers do cryptic videos and stuff, and then I've also been watching a lot of like. I really want to prove that dinosaurs coexisted with humans at some point.
Didn't happen.
Do you know what's going on in Russia about the mammoth?
What the fuck is this segue? I don't know what's going on in Russia.
So in Russia, there's a bunch of land that thawed out. It's like it was a frozen land, and they've excavated the side of it, and apparently they're finding a ton of like mammoth tusk in it. Yeah. Because the sale of like tusk is illegal everywhere. Yeah. And so people are going in, taking high power hoses into the side of them. This is all completely illegal too. They're called the Tusk Hunters. That sounds like a TV show.
Tusken Raiders.
Tusken Raiders. That's a way better name. Tusken Raiders. Yeah. But they go in high power water hoses, and it's like really poor people from like villages and stuff. Yeah. They blast into the side of these like mud, like just imagine just the earth just cut in half like a cake. Yeah. And you go into the center layer of it with a water hose, and it's highly likely it's going to fall and stripping stuff like that. But it's not. But they're digging holes, tunnels essentially, and to get these tusk out because they're finding a ton of them. Yeah. None of it's going into like science research or anything like that. These people are just trying to make. I think they can sell one tusk if they find one whole tusk. They can sell it for like $800 or something. Okay. And then they sell them to China, and then China does carvings into them. Yeah. And then people buy them for their house because apparently it's still popular in China to do that. Honestly. That is kind of badass to have a whole woolly mammoth tusk on your mantle.
They found a baby mammoth. It was frozen and it's preserved.
I know what you're talking about. What was his name? That was back in 2018.
It was a girl, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think so. Lucy? No, Lucy's a monkey.
Lilith, something like that.
The most preserved thing was it's fucking freaky. I think it's the 1900s. This little girl died.
Oh yeah.
And she looked like a doll baby. She looks like she died yesterday, just slightly tanned. And
the skin.
They got her in a case, and like sometimes apparently like it's a cryptid thing going around with her. Like she opens her eyes, but it's the way the glass is made because optical illusion that she's opening her eyes more.
Oh, yeah, that is kind of freaky.
Or
watch some guy.
There was a guy that was frozen, a caveman that was frozen, and he was completely preserved perfectly.
Yeah, there's a woman like that too. She was like laying down like this, perfectly preserved.
Yeah. Isn't it freaky the fact that they're dead and now
that was a person?
You can see them. Yeah, that was a whole human being. Probably fought with a tiger on its way to wherever it died.
She saber-toothed. Yeah.
They found a guy that had a incredibly well preserved, mummified, had a little like prehistoric fanny pack with like mushrooms and herbs and rope, and like with like snowshoes that they made themselves.
They have like little Cheetos.
I tell you, humans were so much tougher than what we are.
Oh, dude, yeah.
In terms of like environment.
Well, back in like just the people who come off the Mayflower, they would walk barefoot because the bottom of their feet were so thick that they could step on something. Yeah, and it'd be perfectly fine.
But we needed snowshoes to be able to walk in. What the fuck? I hate.
Are you gonna like a call?
Yeah. I'm waiting for a job. I applied for a
okay.
job, and then so I was screening the call, and I've been getting so many fucking scam calls.
Yeah, that's what a pain in the ass when you're waiting for like exactly like that, like a job, a job to call you, and then you got to answer every call that's a spam freaking call.
I haven't got spam calls forever. I used to get them constantly every day for 6 months ago, probably.
You know, a lot of companies, when they
jealous.
ask you for your phone number, you go say, let's go to Ross. And then they're like, you're checking out. And they're like, we just need your phone number.
Yeah.
The companies, what they do is they sell your phone number to scam calls. That's what they do with it.
Yeah.
Do not give them your phone number. They do not need it. And remember one time me and Tay was at, Express? I was up at the checkout counter and the lady looked at me and I was like, I just need this stuff. And she's like, okay. I was like, I need your phone number. And I'm like, or she's like, I need your phone number, I need your email. And I was like, nah. And she's like, I can't make the transaction without it. And I'm like, you're lying.
That's bullshit.
But I didn't want to sit there and argue with her.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever. Because Adriana told me that they get in trouble if they don't get your phone number or something.
That's annoying.
But it's a story. She straight up lied to me.
Yeah.
To give all my information. And then the company just sells that off.
What's the name of the store?
It was Express.
That's where I got my dress shirt from.
Yeah. I just don't. I just say like I don't.
But it sucks because it's not her fault.
Retail in
because
general
she
is
would just get
garbage.
in trouble for it.
That's awful.
Yeah. Every time Amazon calls me, it's always spam. I don't know why.
Why does Amazon call you?
Yeah, what the hell? Is Amazon's calling you?
Yeah, call it like what's happening for the week. Like if it snows.
Oh, gotcha. It's like gets marked as spam.
Yeah. But no, but I don't know why. It calls me a spam.
Probably because it's a big business number going like doing.
It doesn't do anything else. I've been getting calls from like California, Washington, and it's the same shit.
Yeah, if it's like if I'm getting caller ID from like out of state, I'm like, I don't know anybody from here.
And they cuss at you sometimes too.
Do they still do long distance phone call?
Depends. Landlines, yeah.
Star 67. That's a restricted number. I know how to do that.
Star 60. Wait, isn't it star 69 to call back a number that called you?
No.
Do you guys remember doing that?
No.
If someone prank called you, you could call them back.
No.
You hit star 69 on your phone, it redials the number that just called you.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
But I tell people like, we got used to what is it? Contacts. We got used to that. I don't know none of your guys' numbers.
No, I have no
If I
idea.
lose my phone, I'm fucked.
That's insane that people used to remember people's phone numbers.
Yeah, phone books.
I still remember. Yeah, or doing yellow pages.
Yeah.
Or how insane is that? Yellow pages.
Yeah.
Hello.
Or do you remember white pages? Do you know what white pages?
Yeah,
that was for businesses. It's like look my number up in the yellow pages. Or do you remember like
again with the fucking scam calls? Swear to God.
Or do you remember like, dude? Okay, here, let me throw you back. This is something that kids will never know about. You go to your phone, and you turn your phone on, and you hear, and you're like, oh, someone's on the computer.
Oh yeah.
No one.
Dial tone.
If you tell a kid that was born after 2005 that, they have no idea what you're talking about.
Dial up, baby.
Dial-up was
dial-up internet sucked.
Pain in the ass. Like, what do you want? You want to make a phone call or you want to be on a computer?
Yeah, pick one.
Look at them.
And if someone's on the computer, no one could call your house.
Yeah.
What a time. Take me back, honestly.
No, it was awful, dude. I was playing Toy Story.
I want to go back with the internet speed that we have now. I want to go back culturally.
I mean, what are you gonna use?
You want to use a fat Dell computer again?
I mean, listen.
Dude, do you remember the vice grip Dell computers had on households?
Yeah.
The black ones.
The black ones, dude.
ones.
Everyone owned one.
No, I had a Windows 98 since 2011.
If you had an Apple computer, what a dork.
You're using
2010. I'm sorry.
You have a.
I had a Windows 98 till like 2010.
Wow.
The gray one.
Yeah, I'm a white people. My first computer was a Gateway computer.
Yeah, same. Gateway and Dell were fucking fighting for it, man.
Smell that box from like 1999 to 2000. That's wild.
All the dead bugs and dust that was in
Dust, yeah.
No, it's a certain smell.
Yeah.
I could smell it. Like it was like yesterday.
That's
Out of the
awesome.
box.
Because the box came in as like this, it looked like a cow color scheme.
Yeah.
Remember Gateway? What happened?
Yeah,
to
I
Gateway?
remember.
They went bankrupt. Someone else bought them.
Yeah.
I believe they're still making computers, but they're not as popular as they were. Google that
It
shit.
was Windows 98 though. That's the software it used.
Did it work until
Yeah.
2010? What did you do with it?
Okay. I remember
Huh?
those.
What did you do with it?
Like what we do always, just everything slower.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
Gateway 2000. It was it was founded in September 5th, 1985.
Is it still going?
Previously, Gateway 2000 is an American company, hardware company.
Had a floppy disk and everything.
The floppy disk.
Dude, I miss floppy disk.
I remember when I was in 4th grade, I think, we had a computer class, and that was like one of the things we had to learn was how to use a floppy disk.
Same. We had to put a paper on it.
Yeah, you had to write your name on it.
This is like 2nd grade. Yeah.
I never had that. I was in Puerto Rico.
So my first PC game was a fishing game.
Fishing, that's cute.
Windows 98. I remember the thing looking real as fuck too. Thinking about it,
was it good?
It was hard. That was like
everything was hard back then. Dude, I remember we'd get on my computer, get home from school. First game I'd play is like pinball machine.
Dude, yeah.
And then Windows if you XP? And then you could like.
Some of the HP games.
It would go. You could make it shake, and then you lose all the balls. And
it'd be like the blast effects and shit.
It was like Space Age or something like that. Pinball.
Space Pinball is what it's called.
What's the game that shoot? It's like only on Nokia phones. The ball
Snake.
bounce up and you hit. You gotta move the
Pong.
It's a variation of Pong.
Yeah, I know. It's like a single player Pong. Brick. It's called Brick.
Something like that. But
you had to hit the ball bounce, and you had to move the thing, and then you had to get rid of the balls.
There was a PC version. Slaps back in the day. I can't find that game is fucking top tier.
That's awesome.
They make 1 billion of the clone games of that.
Yeah, all clones.
I don't know what the actual. So Gateway, I think, is still around.
Yeah, Gateway was my first computer too. That was the.
This website is.
I used to have a desktop. My background was Hillary Duff because I had a crush on Hillary Duff when I got that computer.
That's old.
Yeah,
Jesus, Hillary Duff.
Dude, she still looks good. She still looks great.
Every time I see on Twitter someone says Hillary Duff is elite milk, it makes me laugh. So
elite milk?
They call her elite milk.
Why?
I never really paid attention to it like that.
Yeah, no, I had a huge crush on Hillary Duff and Lindsay Lohan too.
Are you talking about like
which one?
Was it Lizzie McGuire?
Yeah,
from that
Lizzie
era.
McGuire, yeah.
God, you see how they dress? I look like 2000s fashion the other day.
Oh, jeans and like a scarf.
Rough, yeah, it was rough.
I love it though.
It was mix match.
Look at it, like you look at the 2000s movies and the teens room had these computers, but it's like translucent a bit.
Yeah,
translucent was such a big thing back in the day.
I fucking hate that.
Why?
I hate that.
There's a time period.
It was like Game Boys. They look so fucking ugly.
No, Game Boys was actually like because they had it was translucent, but it would have a translucent like purple or pink or something.
I fucking hate
those look cool.
I had translucent PS1 controller and PS2 controller.
Yeah, I hate them.
Translucent.
The plastic sucks.
But translucent clear colors suck.
Yeah,
no.
Those things look.
I need a color version. Of
yeah.
The plastic that they used to make that. This is the autism speaking, but the plastic that they used to make that translucent color can never touch it without wanting to rip my fucking skin off.
Everything is so damn streamlined.
It was the worst. See, like there's a couple of like if we can make a plastic that's not that shitty fucking gritty plastic with the Rebecca. That's great. Rebecca. It's Crockett's mom. If we can make one that's not that shitty, gritty, grainy, disgusting to touch plastic, I'd be okay with it. But the Macs, they never look good with the colored backs. They never look good.
When PlayStation released the PS5 reveal, I was like, you know what? This is different. I'm sticking with it. It's better than a stupid...
It's just a box.
Xbox One's literally a rectangle.
Yeah.
The refrigerator.
It's a refrigerator. I mean, it's like...
Fridge.
Would you have preferred the PS5 to come out in white or black?
White. White looked futuristic to me.
I was on board with it for a while. I think the longer it sat there, the longer I'm like, really don't like this white.
You put stickers on your fucking
I know. And I'm gonna buy face plates.
What color are you gonna buy it?
The sky blue.
Probably a red. I have a red controller. It's a cosmic crimson, and I like that color for it.
It's just red.
It's not red.
It's call it a red.
Let me be a woman for a second. It's crimson. It's crimson. It's turquoise blue.
Periwinkle. Whatever.
Periwinkle. 65.
SpongeBob reference.
Yeah. What is it? What is that reference? It's coral blue number 65.
Yeah, lip-sync on a pocket.
Yeah.
For like a split second.
Every
time someone explains colors to me like that, like they go turquoise, like coral blue number 65.
That's funny. See, I don't care. I don't care about translucent plastics. I don't care about faceplates. Just I'll take it white and I'll just let it be.
Well, the thing is huge.
Yeah, it is.
Let's get if this was just sliding into a drawer somewhere, and it didn't have to say, we could not care less. But this thing is massive and it sticks up next to the TV. Yeah. I gotta have it.
Take off the faceplates. I'll put it next to the TV without the faceplates. It's like 30% smaller.
That's disgusting. What are you? That's ugly.
Bryan, honestly,
I
if I come into your house and your PS5 has no faceplates, I'm punching the fan. I'm putting my fan right there.
Like a
I'm like, well, it had no shields. No armor on this baddie.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
Could you imagine like coming home and dropping your PS5 and you can never get
Dude,
it
I was
up?
like extremely careful when I first got it.
Would you like fucking put on white gloves? Fucking.
I thought mine was gonna get stolen off my front porch.
Are you
I
talking-
legitimately
They
had
leave on your front
an
That's how bad it
anxiety
is. Yeah.
because it was because what I thought was gonna happen because I ordered it from Target. What I thought was gonna happen was I thought. Because I had seen something about they wasn't going to put it in a box.
Yeah.
They were just going to put it in the PS5 box and just leave it out on my front porch.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
do not do that. Because I've seen when you order like a kitchen appliance and it's big,
Yeah,
they
they
don't
just put
bother
it
putting it in a box. They leave it in the kitchen appliance.
Yeah.
Mine's came in the box.
So I was
You
out
always
eating.
have an option.
Well, I was out eating the day that it was supposed to come, and I was like, then I think I got a notification or something. They got it delivered, and I was like, so anxious on the way home because I'm like, Jesus, do not let it just be sitting in a. Because like if I would have that thought, like I'm walking by,
But
someone
I would be kicking
had something.
every door
No,
down.
the thing is, people knew what you got that day.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure someone had it stolen. I'm 100% sure
Yeah.
someone.
my scene came out. They literally just boxed it, literally just then, because the tape was loose. Like
You got yours from Amazon, right?
yeah. That was stressful. There was 3 weeks just checking your Amazon constantly because some people getting their PS files postponed,
Yeah.
and luckily I did.
You got yours on the day. I think I got mine that day after because I was like, what the hell?
my games didn't come. My games came the day after.
That's fine.
So Miles
See,
Morales and Demon
dork
Souls came
ass, you
after.
should have just downloaded them from the PlayStation Store. Get them right then and there.
Now I am. I haven't brought a physical game in forever.
We need to let him go. Let it go. Stop letting it clutter up your house.
No.
Knock off the collection.
No.
You're both right.
You don't need it.
No.
Movies.
What happens when fucking Sony decides that it's no longer profitable to keep a game in the store, and then you had it undownloaded?
You say that, but I get that, but it rarely happens.
No, that happens all the time.
It's going to happen regardless. If you
happens
have
with Alan Wake.
They're going to
No,
stop.
because
They're
if
gonna
I have the
stop selling
disc,
physical.
if I have the disc, I can just fucking pop it in.
Depends on licensing though.
Dude, you could have the disc and they could pull it off the store and then just not work. Most games do not work without, like when you put that disc in, the game could basically work without it.
Like imagine buying Battlefield 2042 physical. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's not a game that's worth
Because
buying
games,
physical, but
when you put the
don't.
disc in, it literally has to download. It has to have a download. It pretty much downloads it from the store.
Does it still works like if you put the disc in and it downloads? Okay, yeah, no. So Spyro Reignited Trilogy only has the first game on the disc, but I can't play Spyro 2 and 3 without putting the disc in.
Look, it'd probably just be even
Yeah.
better for the environment if we
Is
just
it still
went
like
straight
that?
digital anyway.
no, I don't trust any of these fucking companies to go straight digital. I don't trust them.
It's going to happen regardless.
It's gonna happen at some point, but I don't trust it. I fucking hate it.
Now, streaming, I differ because Blu-rays actually do make it, or in 4K discs, make a complete difference between having a physical disc and it's reading it off that disc,
Yeah.
and then streaming
Same
it.
thing for games, man. It's about preservation.
Games actually does not make.
It's about preservation. It's about the preservation of the media.
That's why I gotta
No, because like a 4K movie will look better than it streams.
It's not about the quality of the movie. It's about preserving the fucking thing that you bought. I'm paying $70 and you're telling me I can't have a fucking disc with it?
Why do I want extra shit in my house?
Yeah.
Why do I need more space? A disc that I can throw away after I put it.
Get a fucking bookshelf like an adult.
No, I already ran out of space for all my movies.
Get rid of your fucking nerdy ass display.
No, dude, I'm sick of having to get up and go to the fucking store, wait in line.
Get it shipped to your
or
house.
have it sold out at a GameStop or
Just get
something.
it shipped to your house.
That isn't always guaranteed.
Or just fucking waiting.
Yeah.
It has a possibility of even getting broken in the mail.
Yeah.
It's asinine to have physical media anymore. It's good. Let it die.
No.
Let it
We
fucking-
need. It's all about preservation.
Do you own Godzilla vs. Kong?
On
Blu-ray?
no,
I
not
own
yet.
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
Despite being on HBO Max.
We gotta-
4K, I mean.
Yeah, we gotta get it on 4K.
I got it in 4K, but I can watch it anytime I want to. But I want it because I want it. What he said.
And so, like games, even like if a game is a single player experience, right? The information is installed. The information's on the disc. You're just installing from the disc instead of on the store.
Some games, Spyro's single player.
Yeah.
The Spyro 2 and 3. So the first game, it's a trilogy.
Yeah.
So the first game is on the disc.
Yeah.
The other stuff got downloaded. so they're not on the disc.
So
you got to play the disc. You put the disc in to play those two other games.
Yeah, it's. I just want physical media. I don't like this hybrid bullshit. I just want I would pay $70 for a disc if it was like the same information as a 4K Blu-ray disc. And just have the same data storage.
So you just want to keep media. What do you pervert? What are you keeping? You just want to keep disc around?
I just don't trust company to preserve media.
I think it's more like I get it.
Yeah,
was people like wanting like Overwatch in the next 50 years.
You know, like these games are gonna be retro in like 40 years.
Yeah, but some of it's not gonna be playable considering how games are changed.
No, yeah. I don't care about the non-playable ones, but like shit like Final Fantasy VII remake, it's gonna be retro in like 30 years.
It's gonna be hella expensive in a few years.
I wanna fucking keep.
Honestly, he's right. That's why I brought literally the reason why I brought the Mario collection, because that shit's gonna be pricey as fuck in the future. Javan brought 3.
Jesus.
Why 3?
Because he knows too. That's why people was going crazy for it. It was scalping, and I was part of the problem. But I brought a copy simply because it's gonna be worth a ton.
Yeah, I just want to keep my shit independent of like the servers from Sony, whatever. Because Sony can decide to just be like, fuck that
Nintendo
whole
did this for the
library.
Mario game, so you can't buy that Mario collection anymore.
Yeah,
that's why I brought it physical.
Technically, they could just block it if they necessarily wanted to. They could just block it from you going onto the server. Okay, so let's say you have Halo 3. You could play the campaign, but if you try to go into multiplayers, servers are shut down.
Yeah, but I want the single player experience.
This is also emulators.
Well, not necessarily. Let's say it's just fucking over. Well, you bought Overwatch.
I'm not talking about games like fucking. Who gives a shit about Overwatch?
That's what I'm saying. That's what it matters. Was it a game that some dickhead wanted Overwatch on disc, and then they're like, oh boy, here in 50 years, I'm gonna go play it, and then they can't. Because it doesn't matter if they have a disc or not. Yeah, well, there's no server.
I'm not talking about games like I'm talking about like RPGs like Final Fantasy VII, like games that have an experience to tell outside of the online experience, like Halo 3 campaign, like in the original disc. What if in the original disc there's like a bug that didn't get ported down into Halo 3 Master Chief Collection, and that changes the experience fundamentally. It's a different experience playing the original Halo 3 campaign than playing it in the Halo 3 Master Chief Collection, or playing Halo 2 in the original Xbox format versus in the Master Chief Collection.
Just download the game.
No, it's not the same.
Do you support emulators and ROMs?
I do, because it's all about game preservation.
Yeah.
So if those games were available by the original publishers in an easy to obtain fashion, I would buy them. Because they're interesting, and I wouldn't emulate them.
Like, well, it's funny you say that because I can play Sonic 3, the classic trilogy, whatever.
Yeah.
By emulation.
Yeah.
But I'm still buying the collection on PS5 this year.
Yeah. Because it's about caring. Yeah, it's about caring for the medium and the format and like the experience. And like,
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But me personally, I haven't bought a physical media game since
you're the problem.
14, 15.
Well, it was probably, I think, Persona 5 I bought physical. That was the last thing I ever bought. No, wait, I take that back. I bought 3 Houses, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, whenever that came out. And then before that, or after that, I bought Persona 5. And before that, it was like, probably like...
The Digimon Digital?
Yeah. And then after that... See, I couldn't find the fucking physical disc anywhere. For like Digimon. Couldn't find that anywhere.
You couldn't.
But I could download it. So then I just downloaded it.
Bryan said the first half of the game, the one I have, you can't find it nowhere no more, even online.
You have to buy the collection.
Yeah, it's overpriced. The collection.
Is it 2 games or is it 1 game?
It's 2 games.
They made it 2 games now for a brief moment. So if I delete it off my PS Vita, I'm not sure if I can download it again.
Probably not. You can't because the PS Vita.
I could do that on. I don't know for Vita, anyways, but on PS5, I could delete a game and then just re-download it.
Yeah, but it needs to be online in the store for you to be able to do that.
Kojima's game, PT, I can't download it no more.
Yeah, that's gone.
It's gone.
See, but if we had that on a fucking USB, I would be fine if they gave me a game in a fucking USB drive.
Yeah,
I just want the file.
It's completely possible that they could just block it if they necessarily did not want you to play that disc anymore. When you booted it up onto your computer, they could just block it.
But in what context are they going to do that? In what context?
If you're plugged into the internet,
they were selling PS4s.
They just don't plug into the internet.
Was it PT installed for like thousands of dollars at the time?
Yeah, that's wild.
Personally, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I support digital gaming. I support buying games. I buy a lot of my games digitally, but it's the games that I don't care to own for long periods of time. You know, like if fucking.
That's what I'm about to say. It depends on the game.
Yeah, if Shin Megami Tensei 5 goes off the stores, like physically, I don't give a shit about Shin Megami Tensei 5 enough to like care. But like Final Fantasy 7, like I want to be able to like hold that.
I had
the
same thought when I brought Last of Us 2 Ghost of Tsushima digitally.
Yeah.
Because it's like, damn, those are games you want to go back one day.
Yeah, and like play.
And I mean, I still can.
I get it, but I think it's just a dated concept at this point.
No, it's not.
No, I get both of you guys talking about it. Just like Battlefield 2042, I don't give a fuck if I download it digitally. I don't care. But something like a story-driven great game like that's easy to go.
Like
back
I would never buy God of War digitally. No. Like at least I would buy a physical.
That's a good fucking question because it's coming up and Horizon. So damn, you got me thinking right now.
I'm not gonna buy those games digitally because I don't want to.
Eventually,
depend.
eventually though,
you blew my mind just then because I got both of them physical.
Yeah. Sure, you can keep buying discal. You can keep buying discs, but one day they're just not gonna make it anymore.
But I understand, and I'll be pissed about that.
That preload.
Yeah, but
got 3 days to download already.
Dude, like this is what I'm saying. There's so many fucking perks to buying.
You're falling into the trap that AAA studios want you to fall into.
I do not give a shit.
They want you to make it easy for them. You know what pisses me off
when I want to go from one game and it's like, okay, install a disc. I'm like, I had to get up and then fucking go put that disc in.
You have to install it anyway.
Brian, I own like 50, 60 games.
Stop buying so many shitty games and just buy good
I like
ones.
buying little $10 games, dude. I do not care.
I understand.
I haven't played a single game all this year.
You haven't played what?
A single game this year.
Really? I'm actually the opposite. Me and Tay used to be complete opposites. Tay used to buy 40, 50 games when we were in college. Yeah. He'd buy all these little tiny games, and I would buy like once a game every like 6 months. Now it's reversed. Tay doesn't buy any games, and I buy like 20 fucking games.
Ridiculous. I don't understand how people do that nowadays.
Yeah, I buy a lot of like tiny like Switch games because they're like super casual and easy to pick up.
I like buying little multiplayer games. Me and Adriana can play.
I don't know what happened to me. I missed that. People say it's getting older, but it's not. Like I love talking about video games. But like,
playing them takes so much energy when you have to like do so much shit. Like you're in relationships. Like I talked about this in my Halo Infinite video a little bit.
I actually watched it this morning. Actually,
nice. Yeah. I'm glad. But it was like growing up and like putting time in relationships and careers and stuff like that. Legitimately like drains you out of like gaming time that used to be used for gaming.
Like I feel bad. Like just don't play the games. Yeah. Like, I just don't have the.
Yeah, I feel weird when if I spend all day playing a game, I was like, I really should have did something else.
No, you can enjoy your time. It just sometimes when I'm like, I do other things first before I play the game now.
Yeah, sometimes I go to sleep later just because I'm pissed that I didn't get to play a game. Huh. Like sometimes when I have a lot of shit during the day, I like go to sleep way later than I should because I'm pissed.
Like I'm looking for.
No, this is how you know you're fucking getting old and stuff. Is like you're exhausted and you're like, okay, time to game, and then you fall asleep with a controller in your hand.
That's happened to me a few times.
30 minutes to an hour, and it feels like 10 hours.
Yeah, and you're exhausted. And you're like, I'm trying to get in hours to play this game.
People don't understand it either because it's like you're just sitting there. Not really. I think it's like mental shit is going on. Like you gotta.
Yeah, that's just we have anxieties. Like life is a minefield of shit that you don't want to happen.
I do the same shit when I get off.
Yeah.
Shower, eat, TV, sleep.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's how.
I don't fucking.
And you know what? This is where people think I'm genuinely insane, because this is where I get like the most conspirational of it.
No, see, this is like why I like little multiplayer matches. This is why I play Call of Duty and play like Battlefield and shit, because you come home from a long ass day, you're exhausted, you just showered, you ate. You don't to sit down and play a single player game. You're like, I gotta get through this whole level. I gotta find all the little stuff.
And a save point.
You got to get to a save point, whatever. Dude, with a multiplayer game, you go in, you drop in, you play 20 minutes, 2 matches. You're like, okay, I'm going to go sleep now.
Well, I don't do that either. That's what Battlefield 2042 was for, but I didn't do it.
Well, Battlefield, bad example, but the multiplayer games in general.
That's how I used to play Call of Duty, and that's how I play Halo Infinite and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would play like 6 games of like Halo, and then just stop.
And I get that, and I get that experience. But this is when I get the crazy conspirational side of me comes out. It's just like my accent. What the fuck happened there? This big like multi-billion-dollar corporations like Amazon, they want you to go to work, go home, go eat, go sleep, and then wake up the next day and do it all over again. Forever, because that way you can really counter what they're doing, and in any culturally significant social way.
Like I see my Twitter followers buying these games. Like, God damn, yo. Yeah. When do you guys find the time? Or
a lot of these people, and like that's the thing. Like a lot of these people are young enough where they don't necessarily have to worry about finding the time. And a lot of these people just like
a lot of people don't even finish their games.
Yeah, I mean, I barely finish the game, but I play them as much like as often as I can. I'm constantly playing through like 7 or 8 games at a time.
Holy fuck!
Yeah,
how I gotta play. Yeah, I'm way different from you guys.
Yeah,
no, it gotta be one game for me.
I play like I'm playing Shin Megami Tensei 5. I'm playing Metroid Dread. I'm playing what else am I playing? I'm playing Yakuza Like a Dragon.
There's too much going on for me.
Yeah,
I do the same thing. I'll take 3 games.
I'm playing Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, just you'll cycle.
Just the cycle through them.
I can't. I tried that in like 2015. Fuck me over. I had to play one game at a time.
But it depends. It depends on like what game. It has to be like a big game and then 2 smaller games or something like that.
Fucking 3 Japanese RPGs.
That's crazy.
That's a little bit.
I got Shin Megami Tensei 5.
You must play like shit then, because then you can't. Because those games, Tom, require focus.
They don't require focus. They require time. They require like just as long as you understand the mechanics.
Like I could only play Persona. If I couldn't play Persona any other game.
Yeah,
because I need to know what I'm doing and the last thing I was doing.
I don't understand how people play like.
I have really good memory for that kind of shit though. Like I can pick up a TV show that I haven't watched in 3 years and know what episode I left on and what happened.
I gotta restart that shit all over.
No, I didn't watch The Witcher for like a year since it came out. And I remember, oh yeah, this is what happened on like episode 2. I can catch right back up.
Like before my PS5, I did a replay through Uncharted. I had to play Uncharted 4 all over again.
Uncharted 4 is a really fun game.
Fucking top tier.
Yeah. See, those are the kind of games that I want to keep in physical media because they're just good.
I have them on physical media.
Yeah, they're great.
Do I have? Yeah, I have 4 on physical media too. I have an entire series on physical. Yeah.
I gotta buy 1, 2, 3 again. 1 and 2 are kind of rough now, but
nah, fucking 2 and 3 is fantastic.
In terms of graphical quality,
what was that?
One's really rough.
I almost threw out. Was it Uncharted 1 or 2?
1.
There is a jet ski level, which is the most painfully bad level I've ever played in a video game.
That sounds like 1.
That's 1.
Is it 1? Yeah, the jet ski level, I literally was about to tear my hair out. The controls are so bad.
Dude, speaking of Naughty Dog, you probably seen it, but they're trying to remake The Last of Us. So
The Last of Us 1.
Even when that was announced, everyone continuously agreed, like, why?
It's dumb. You don't need it. The original one is still perfectly playable, and we have it ported on PS4, which means that you can play it on PS5.
There's an updated version of it.
The PS4 version. I have the PS4 version, actually.
Yeah, and it's the remastered version of Last of Us 1 is phenomenally good.
In fact, it's available for PS5 owners for free. PS Plus collection.
Yeah, it's absurd that they... unless this is some kind of scheme to like for them to make something else.
Well, they are. That's what they're doing. What they said is developers don't have nothing to really work with right now.
Yeah.
Because it's another this game, the remap, the whatever it is, it's a side project.
Right.
Whatever they're working on now, we don't know yet.
Well, no one's gonna buy this shit.
No, I think that's why they consider it a side project because
they're not gonna. Yeah, whatever they.
The whole point of making it in the first place though is so stupid.
Unless they're rebuilding the engine to a point, to a point that it's better than the engine that we got for Last of Us 2.
That's what I'm hearing.
For the next project, it makes no sense.
It'd just be put on the Last of Us engine too.
Well, but what I'm saying, like the only way that the project makes sense is that if they're making a new engine, and then the next project that they release is gonna be on that new engine. That is the only thing that would make sense to me. And like throwing it out there would be kind of like a little like, hey, we made this so we can test this engine, like. But it feels dumb. It's like the game came out 10 years ago, or maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it got remastered 4 or 5 years after it came out.
You got remastered a year.
How long does a game
later?
Yeah.
How long is the appropriate time for something to have a remaster?
20 years.
It depends on if Last of Us
3 engines away.
No, I think it depends on like playability and accessibility. So like Resident Evil 2, the original Resident Evil 2, it's harder to find to play it now unless you're playing on PC because of just accessibility to the hardware. So like because it came with PS1, then PS2, then PS3, and then PS4. Around the time of the PS4 was when it got remastered. So like I feel like if the accessibility for a game becomes difficult to play, then I feel like that's a good time for it to get remastered.
Spyro's remaster/remake came 18 years later.
Yeah.
Crash was like 6 16 maybe.
So
15.
it should have the word teen in it before we get a remaster.
10 years is really short for a remaster.
10 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, where generations last for 7 or 8, 9 years.
Yeah.
So like 15, that's a good solid.
For me, it has to be like it has to be a generational jump.
It has to be like between I have to see
Yeah.
a massive difference between the original and then the new.
And the remaster.
Final Fantasy does it. Crash does it. Spyro does
Yeah.
it.
Or when the game that you're making, the only way that I would accept it is like, for example, like a small indie studio made a game like 3 years ago, and they didn't have the resources to make it the way that they really wanted. And then now they get funding and they have the ability to remaster that project in the vision that they originally wanted. Like, that's kind of okay with me.
Do you have an example for that?
It hasn't happened fairly often. It hasn't happened, I don't think, often at all.
Skyrim's get remastered. How many generations now?
Skyrim?
It's not a remaster. It's just a re-release.
It's a port.
It's a straight up port.
Yeah, it's a port. The
And then
game looks the exact same.
And then they do special edition, which is like very mild, like
Differences.
quality of life updates.
The only difference, like very mild updates and like DLC usually gets added into it.
Has Resident Evil 4, has it been out long enough for them to do a remaster? Because that's
been out long enough to be a remake.
Mm-hmm.
So how long has that been? When did that come out?
Probably 2007, 2006.
No. Resident Evil 4?
Yeah.
Like
3 maybe?
Yeah, 2003, 2004.
Something
Yeah, I
like
played
that.
some GameCube
But
back in the day.
the hardware evolved so quick. 2005.
2005.
So the hardware because it came out on the GameCube, and the hardware for Resident Evil 4
What a
is so much
bizarre-
more behind now than it used to be when it came out. So like if you made a Resident Evil 4 now, you have a lot of room to update the controllers, update the mechanics for the game. You can make an entirely different gaming experience from the original Resident Evil 4, which would be a remake. And I would be okay with that. A remaster, we've already seen remasters.
What's a remake or you want to
A
say?
remake is like from the ground up. They just built.
yeah.
So like Blue Point's Demon Souls was a
That's a remake.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7 is a remake. Final Fantasy 7 remake.
remasters. They just take it and put it into a
upscaled
new
it.
engine, right?
No,
remaster is when they like upscale the textures,
tweak it a bit.
and like get rid of like some bugs if they want to get rid of some bugs.
Like I have the Final Fantasy original remastered on my remaster on my PS4.
Final Fantasy Tactics?
No, Final Fantasy 7. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
Final
yeah.
Fantasy 7 remastered.
So they've had a remaster. Now they have a remake.
So here's what they did. Rockstar did it. So they had a GTA San Andreas remastered.
Yeah.
But they did a shitty ass remake they did recently and cut that shit off the store and put that shitty remake on the store now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man.
Was
So
it
that's
no?
okay.
But it wasn't a remake. It was a remaster. It was just a port. It was all three ported, and then they updated.
No. But they took out the port. They took out the updated version that had like higher textures,
I forgot that came out, but I just literally thought about it and
then they sold the shitty remaster that they
they
did,
took
the
that shit off
definitive
the store.
edition.
What kind of game you want to remaster? Like, or
I got my dream
remake,
game, man.
sorry, remake.
I got my dream.
Me too.
That was Final Fantasy 7.
Spyro.
Yeah, that was it. That was my shit.
I'm still waiting on Turok Evolution.
Fuck.
Dude, that's such a neat. But you know, it's funny though.
What?
It's such a niche thing because no one really that got received as a shitty game.
Yeah.
But I find it super nostalgic for me.
I never played any of the two rocks.
But people would more or less want a Turok remaster. But no, I want a spin-off game of Turok.
Spin-off. It's just the third game in series. It's like a.
I know. I think it was a spin-off from the original series. I never played either Turoks. I just played.
I played 2 in the Revolution Growing, and I played a shitty 2007 Xbox remake.
I remember that. Yeah.
I was like, where's the monsters at? That's like fucking people. Like.
Because that was the thing for Turok.
It was reboot shit.
Yeah, it was a reboot of Turok, and it looked.
It was gorgeous back in the day. I remember that. I want Siphon Filter trilogy remake.
From what?
Siphon. It's a PS1 classic.
What is it called?
Siphon Filter.
Siphon.
It's a Metal Gear ripoff.
Nice.
Same with the one I'm about to say now, Legend of Dragoon, which is Sony's
Oh yeah, I remember Legend of Dragoon.
Final Fantasy ripoff.
You know what I would like? I would like a remake of the original Metal Gear Solids, Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2.
It's been rumored for the past 2 years now.
Yeah, I want Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3. I would love to see a remake of those.
Did you ever see the Resident Evil, or not Resident Evil, but the Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater? Do you ever see the remaster of that? They for a Pinko, or is it Pinko or
The
Planko?
Planko machine.
They had a Planko machine,
Panko
and it had completely HD 4K remastered cutscenes
Oh,
that
fucking-
looked incredible of Snake Eater.
That's insane.
And it was, and people thought it was going to be, oh shit, they're remaking it. And people were so upset when they found out it was for a Plinko machine.
That's so funny.
It's Pachinko. It was so stupid.
A lot of those Pachinko game machines.
If you've never seen the cutscenes for it, look them up.
Oh, I love them.
They will crush your dreams.
No, they have like there's a shit ton of Pachinko machines are like very popular in Japan.
Yeah, they are.
So they got like
they're for gambling.
Yeah, they got one for Dragon Ball fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic.
Dragon Ball with the card game with you play with the cards.
No, it's like it's a legit character you fight as.
Oh, interesting.
One of the best looking Dragon Ball Z games still to today.
That's awesome.
And they have Toho made a Pachinko game with Godzilla, where it's literally they got Toho actors in suits fighting in this game.
That's awesome.
That film is only in a Pachinko machine.
Damn. How does a Pachinko work?
No idea.
You drop I think it drops like a little steel ball from the top, and it goes down and hits a thing, and then you get little steel balls. And what you got to do, this is how gambling works in Japan.
You have to redeem the whatever you win.
So you get the little steel balls, you redeem them at the counter, and then you have to go. You take that and you go down the street, and then you cash that for a because it's illegal to gamble. It's illegal to
gamble, but it's not illegal to essentially buy the tokens from you, because that's what they do legally. You get the tokens from the arcade game, and then you go into the shop that's attached to it or down the street, and then they buy the tokens from you. And that's not illegal.
Right.
Gambling for money is.
Kind of want to sidetrack a bit.
Yeah.
For a moment, I haven't done it in a while. I was going back buying retro games.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fucking fun.
Dude, it's great.
You guys should do that. You don't got any retro systems with you?
No. I want to buy a GameCube. My girlfriend has a GameCube. Fucking, I love the GameCube.
Buying games back in the day, like games from the past, is so fucking fun.
Dude, yeah.
It's like finding Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah.
It is, because it's like, oh, can I find this today? I was like literally hunting for old games.
Dude, if you are ever willing to drive about 40 minutes, go to a game in Rock Hill, a game shop in Rock Hill called Joe's Video Games. He's got a massive arsenal of shit.
Like I saw the original Tomb Raider for $15.
Yeah.
I didn't pick it up though, but I wish I did.
It's awesome. It's great. It's about media preservation.
Yeah, just having it.
Yeah, just having it. It's just it's good shit.
Nerd expensive, dude.
Yeah, it is.
It's stupid.
I just blew $50 in Yu-Gi-Oh today.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because that card.
Because I got the ancient 10 and the fucking.
Where'd you get them?
GameStop. GameStop has those two things.
GameStop has cards. I forgot about that.
That's such a weird thing that they started selling all this.
Well, because you're buying games digitally now, so they don't make any more money.
That's because I was literally going to say we need more car shops here.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And GameStop is one of them.
GameStop has they only have a very limited selection. Right now they only have the Ancient 10 and then the El Dorado package.
Should I buy one?
It's pretty good.
The El Dorados those are pretty nice.
It's a lot of reprints though, right?
Yeah, it's like a lot of reprints. Hang on, I think so. This is
If I get the Dark Magician, the blue eyes, I'll be set.
Ryan, this is actually.
Why are you playing in 4K?
This is
not 4K TV.
This is the Bochenko.
Oh, that looks sick.
So this is the original.
So this is on. I think this is on the Fox engine. So what they did for Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah. Oh, dude, those cutscenes are gorgeous.
People thought this was going to be a remake game. It's up for a.
Dude, look at. Hold on. Wind back. Pause it, Snake. Ugh,
what the tongue action.
It's Metal Gear.
It's so fucking weird.
Metal Gear. Hold on.
Ocelot.
Pause it the next time that you see Snake looking at the sky.
Hi, I'm Chris Hemsworth.
That shot, the reaction shot from that.
Son of Odin.
Look at that, dude. Snake looks so far. Snake could fucking get it, man. Look at him. Look at him go. That's awesome. Is that Big Boss? Who the fuck is that? Yeah.
Snake Eater.
Dude, that looks amazing.
I've never played this game, but I know so much about it.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is.
Was it 3 or 4? It was like
the lighting for the dude. That is the biggest criminal thing that Konami has is they have the Fox engine, the new one for Metal Gear Solid 5, and they don't use it for anything else. Yeah. It's such a crime that they have that engine and don't do anything with it. Look at this dude. Look at the lighting.
Yeah, it's really
What is this dude's name?
I don't remember.
I forget it.
I never finished Metal Gear Solid 3. I have it on my Xbox.
Hey, what is this?
They're like mutated humans, like the government experimented on humans.
This is for a fucking Pico machine. It pisses me off. So look at this.
Yeah,
look how good this.
That looks like a shot.
This is for a stupid arcade game where you're dropping steel balls and you're seeing this amazing cutscene.
There's animated for hundreds of hours in this shit.
Yeah.
fucking pachinko machine. It's William Dafoe.
Otacon.
That's why Divide's Big Boss.
You know, Snake's just a copy of Big Boss, right? Dude, the Metal Gear Solid lore is so fucking
Byron
funny.
explained it to me. I just tuned out.
You know the story of like why his games are like that. It's because he legitimately. Oh, his name is the Pain. This shit is popping up while you're dropping a still ball.
Doesn't it like age faster than one of them?
Well, in Metal Gear, so Metal Gear Solid 4, Snake, the Snake that we play in Metal Gear Solid 4.
He dies in a microwave, right?
Yes, he doesn't die in the microwave. He survives it, but he goes.
Dude, they had a
microwave.
release date for this stupid shit. It just angers me too.
God, Japanese trailers are so wild.
So Metal Gear Solid 4, that Snake that we play is a copy, is a clone of the Snake that we play in Snake Eater. Snake Eater is the original Big Boss. The Snake that we play in Metal Gear Solid 1 is a clone of.
So it's Metal Gear. What's Metal Gear?
Metal Gear. So the original Metal Gear were a game that Kojima made, but they were for NES.
Okay,
PC, right?
Yeah. No, they were NES. They were like welcome. Dude, that looks insane.
This is literally the Okay, this is the machine. So now they're hitting the buttons for it.
You just have to predict where it goes.
Yeah, I think that's like there's a game. There's like this HD cutscene having where it's stupid pachinko.
So it's something to watch.
Yeah.
Or just,
Yeah. So like.
So it's I guess it's touchscreen. This is old too. This came out in like 2016,
Yeah.
but we're just now getting to.
2016 was a Metal Gear Solid 5 just came out.
Look how cool this looks.
Yeah, it looks insane. So yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4 is complicated. The Metal Gear Solid lore is complicated because the guy that you play in the Metal Gear Solids in the NES is the same Snake that you play in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, whose name is Big Boss. But the Snake that you play in Metal Gear Solid 1 is a clone of Big Boss called Solid Snake.
Okay, I heard of Solid Snake before.
And
Who's
then
Liquid Snake?
Liquid Snake is the original Big Boss, I believe.
Gas Snake?
There's not a gas snake.
Gas was like.
So the Big Boss is called Solidus. That's his name. And then in Snake Eater, you see a liquid ocelot.
Brown, be honest with you.
Yeah, you don't care. Yeah, you don't care. Yeah. I love Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, it's so much fucking fun.
Stupid.
But you know, like the story of like him and his parents used to sit down every single night and watch one film. And that's why he's so upset. He should just make a film.
Cinema, yeah.
I don't get like he doesn't.
Dude, because he can make a 16-hour film if he makes a game.
I know the bane of his existence is a time manager. I forget what they call him in the studio.
Assistant director.
The assistant director is like, let's speed it up here.
I love
Yeah.
Kojima always have a cameraman with him.
Yeah, he's so great.
He's always ordering toys.
You mean his assistant?
Yeah.
Is that a woman assistant he has?
Dude, Kojima posted a picture on Twitter the other day. I'll see if I can find it. But he looked like he was in the opening of Bleach. He was like standing in like a big circle.
He's so.
So I saw that on Twitter. It's like, what is this opening a Bleach? Because he had like a taunt or something.
No, he was just standing there, but he was standing like at the camera from like high above. And it was just like on a big platform.
It's
Kojima. Like, what the fuck is Kojima? What are you doing?
Look too like this white room. You seen that picture before?
I fucking love.
Are you guys gonna watch the new Bleach that comes out?
I've never seen Bleach.
You never watched Bleach?
I watched like random episodes on Toonami back in the
Dude,
that was fun.
you could never
good.
keep up with like what Toonami is playing.
I remember like, why they always in this fucking town floating?
Yeah, dude. Because and then they had so many filler episodes in between.
Yeah.
There was like a beach episode in between one of those things. But so because it lasted like what, like a year?
Yeah, that's
in that arc.
Bleach used to be the big three, but it declined hard.
Well, after the ice.
No, Bleach was Bleach was one of the big.
It was
three.
Naruto, Bleach, and
One Piece.
And One Piece, yeah.
My boy Luffy's still
no
kicking.
Dragon Ball Z.
No, Dragon Ball Z is not a big three.
It was ahead.
Dragon Ball Z is a predecessor of the big three.
Yeah.
What was with Dragon Ball Z then?
Dragon Ball Z is just like the grandfather of the big
DBZ.
three.
What is it? JoJo.
Not JoJo.
No, not JoJo.
Fist of the North Star was in.
That's pre JoJo.
That's pre JoJo. That's also pre Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. There wasn't a really big three back then.
There weren't like a big three. Dragon Ball has been around for so long that it's like it doesn't count as a big
89, baby.
three. Maybe like shit like Gundam or something like that.
Gundam was in the 60s.
Yeah, I don't know.
70s.
60s or 70s.
70s. 72, I believe, is like when it come out.
You know, it's crazy. The original War of Gundam is still like canon.
The what?
That original. What is the Great War?
It's like the Calamity War or something like that.
Oh wow.
It's something like that. I forget the name of but it's always.
That guy with the helmet is always in all of them or whatever.
I forget his name.
Goddamn thing about Gundam.
That's also a complex series.
Yeah.
that where it's like very like a lot of like politics and talking about other stuff.
But as a kid, you don't remember the politics. You just remember robots fighting each other.
Yeah,
that's what made this. Yeah,
dude,
they mask a lot of stuff.
I want to like if I ever had a dream interview, like I can do whatever I want in an interview. I would love to invite Kojima and just have him explain to me the plot of Metal Gear Solid franchise for like 6 hours.
He doesn't know himself.
For like 6 hours.
Your head would spin.
I would love to see that from him.
He doesn't know himself.
Yeah, he has to bring like an encyclopedia.
I like Kojima, but I dislike Kojima.
It's just convoluted. That's the thing. It's just overly convoluted for no reason.
It's not for no reason. He's telling a story.
That's kind of like I have a new idea and I have a new idea and now like 4 ideas like later that idea that he just made doesn't conflict with or it conflicts with a previous idea and then that's Metal Gear.
No, I disagree.
I think people like Metal Gear because it's fun.
Metal Gear Solid is really fun.
It's fun, but it just the story's just
it's like Evangelion. It's not good.
Disagree. It's very good.
It's
Metal Gear Solid is very good.
You know, I can sit here and say something's good and not good, but it's really subjective.
It depends. Some things are objectively bad.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, some things are
tell you
objectively
wrong.
bad. Yeah.
So sick of that shit, by the way.
What?
I'm tired of this new wave of nerds coming out when something's really fucking bad.
Yeah.
They come out 5 years later. Oh, it was actually good.
Yeah, it was actually not that bad.
Shut the fuck up. No, it's still
like
bad.
Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man movies sucked.
Yeah,
they sucked.
And they
will
still
always
suck. Always fucking
They will
suck.
always suck. Just because you fucking saw Andrew Garfield and he's hot now.
Yeah, well, never mind.
Yeah, well,
He's about to say he's always been hot or something. I know what he's about to say.
What
it's always been hot. Yeah.
They did it for Sonic 06. They can't talk shit about that game no more because.
Dude, if someone defends Sonic 06,
There's you'd be
are you serious?
Yes.
Are you serious?
That's how down bad people are nowadays.
that game is objectively bad. That game is whatever. What the fuck ever.
Like Godzilla 98 is a good movie now.
That's just it's nostalgic. That's the only reason why people say that movie's good. Godzilla 98, the one in New York.
Damn. See, I hate that. Like, you can be nostalgic for something, but like admit that it's bad.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, like admit that it's
have
bad.
this blonde weird shit you have nowadays where people just say, "Oh, it's actually good."
You have to you have to separate between this movie is just objectively bad to certain people, but I enjoy it. You have to admit that like a lot of people don't like this movie, but I do. That's it.
Yeah, that's why a lot of criticism, like critics on YouTube and Twitter, make me so mad. I have an ongoing.
Well, a lot of those people just do it for money. I mean, like literally, like some of those people probably. If you probably sit down in a room with them, they'd probably be like, "No, it actually is not that great." But a lot of those, because a lot of shit on YouTube, you have to take it with such a grain of salt because everything is just clickbait. It's just you get a bunch of people to click on your video. It's an over hyperization of something.
No, but these are people that have an audience for like 10 plus years. Like
and people's brains are dog shit.
Like I had
They're
a
all
viral
mush.
tweet about probably 2 years ago where I said that remember the shitty Fantastic Four reboot they did. Like
say that. Run that by me one more time.
Shitty Fantastic Four reboot they did.
Yeah, with Miles Teller.
15. Yeah. I said that I made a viral tweet. Some people got really mad at me. I tell you, bookmark this.
That's crazy.
Like 10 years later.
Yeah.
People gonna come back to this movie and say this movie is fantastic when the MCU version comes out.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely gonna happen.
They're like, come on, guys. You know that movie's shitty right now.
It's awful. See, that's my biggest problem though. With the sorry, Ty, I don't mean to cut you off. The cynicism of saying that it's all for cash grab or like all for like clickbait, even though a lot of it is true, like the outrage culture is very true. I see some people that have an audience of like 10 million, 5 million, 3 million people that have been with them for ages. They don't need to do the clickbait. They have the audience.
Big red circle.
Having the big fucking stupid opinions about media.
And people take on it so hard.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, this is bad because it follows all of the tropes.
People also have to realize people fall off. Some people that was good before is not as good as what they used to be.
Who are you referring to?
Any of these old YouTubers. A lot of like, they have just shitty takes or like, someone could have been good before and then they just degrade. Because you don't get better. You just grow. You slowly get worse.
Nothing pisses me off when people have an opinion and like.
You hit a high point and then you just go down from there.
When they say, here's my opinion, but they don't post their opinion, they post this YouTube video. Fuck you.
Yeah. I hate that.
You ever seen comments where people like, they have a criticism and someone, instead of having their criticism, they post a YouTube video of this guy said.
Yeah, they just use their. Well, then that's called piggybacking. They just piggyback off that. It's just,
Like, I hate
dude,
saying
it's
the
all,
same
dude, I swear to God.
You are so cynical. You are so
I
cynical.
swear
It
to
makes me
Christ.
mad.
I swear to Christ.
Yeah.
If YouTube did never paid anyone any fucking money, half the shit would never exist.
Life would be boring without YouTube though.
It would. But I liked YouTube before
No, but
there was
these
ads
creators-
and
these
before
creators
people did everything for fucking money.
This type of shit happen all the time. It's just people have a voice now. They have a platform to put it on. But these kind of bad opinions happen all the time.
We're communists.
What'd you say?
We're communists. Two people have too many voices out here.
Here's your monthly potato, sir.
Shut the fuck up. Don't speak.
That's it, but it's true though. Like these kinds of opinions always existed. Like people that were, I don't know, like Star Wars nerds will always be Star Wars nerds with bad opinions, but now they have a place to put them. It's not just YouTube, I think.
Glass is good like that, but Lord.
They do look good. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox. We should finish this episode.
You want to start something right at the end of it?
What?
You know it's subjectively bad?
Is that the Grudge Dice? What the fuck was that?
Predator.
How do you do that?
Dylan!
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
It's in the trees! That's a great fucking movie.
Dude, Predator
Fucking
fucks.
fantastic.
So good.
We should watch that.
I want to get
We should do that
that
movie
and a
night.
Rush Hour trilogy on 4K.
I want to kind of watch. I want to rewatch Rush Hour. I've been seeing so many clips
Rush
on
Hour is really
Twitter.
funny.
Top tier. Dude.
Yeah.
Rush Hour is really funny.
Yeah.
I wish I could do
it.
it,
You
Chris.
fell in the kitchen.
What'd you say?
So shoot you and people think you fell in the kitchen or some shit. Chris Tucker.
I wish I could do a Chris Tucker voice. He's so fucking
loud.
funny. The way he says "Lee" will always.
Help! Give me a Chris Tucker line. I'll do it. What's one of the best lines from
Chill out,
Rush Hour?
Lee. Chill out, Lee, real quick.
Lee! Yeah. They're great movies.
So
It was super racist too.
but not in an offensive way.
Not in an offensive way.
Yeah, it was just like
That's
a
a
lot
movie
of
that
racial
probably
humor.
that will probably get remade in the future. at
They
some
did a
point.
TV show.
Yeah, they did.
didn't
Sucked.
last long at all.
Really?
sucked.
It was shitty guys, no offense to those guys, but stop doing stuff like that.
You can't make your own show. You know?
Have original idea.
Yeah,
I heard
That's a
Cobra
boss.
Kai is fucking phenomenal.
Cobra
Cobra Kai.
I've heard that, and I have had no interest in watching it.
Me either.
But I've heard that it's really good.
I
People
really
say
don't
Cobra
care.
Kai is like top tier television. Like
Karate Kid is an amazing movie.
I also don't trust. I don't trust when anybody recommends me a show. I don't fucking trust.
Anytime someone recommends me a YouTube Red show, I don't care.
Is it Red TV show?
That's what it was.
started
Oh, that's
as a
right.
YouTube Red.
Yeah, it's on Netflix now, right?
Yeah, it's Netflix original now. They picked up the production.
It's not original. It's not original. They
Netflix
didn't create
original
that.
just means that they picked up the
Dude, imagine like
production.
working with all this shit production.
It's gonna
and it's going on YouTube.
it's gonna piss me off
paid.
when
I mean, yeah. but-
Netflix not gonna have any other shows other than because that's what they're gearing to. They're going to eventually just have their original shows.
Yeah, that's always been their game plan.
It pisses me off because then I'm like, well, because now they don't carry anything
Fuck.
good.
Love Death Robot season 3 is this year. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Season 2 is kind of mid,
Yeah, I was about to say like,
but I'm still excited. God.
I remember you were so hyped for it, and then it was like it came out, and you're like pretty silent, pretty radio silent on that one.
I just love all these artists,
Yeah.
animation and shit.
It really is. I do.
So
I love
really
to see
fun.
them succeed like that.
Yeah, awesome.
I'm gonna do a thing where I'm gonna stop talking about the things I hate in media. Like if I watch a movie and I don't like it, I'm
I
just
hate
not gonna write a
nerds.
review.
I'm the
Yeah.
guy that says "shut up, nerd," and I'm a nerd.
They're but derogatorily used instead of like
Nerd means nothing nowadays, anyways.
yeah.
I gotta stop using so many words like hate, like necessarily like I didn't. You have to use the words like I didn't like it. Like instead of like this movie's bad, you just gotta go I didn't like it.
No,
it's bad.
A lot of people don't
So
understand.
this is the caveat for me because the only time that you can say I didn't like something or I like something is if you say I didn't like it, you usually have to accompany that with like this movie is good, but I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And if you say I liked it, you usually accompany that with this movie is bad, but I liked it.
What everyone likes the movie that's are fucking
Like,
dorks.
does that mean like Animal Crossing? I know that's a good game to some people. That's just not for me.
Yeah.
It's not a bad game by any means.
There's some nuance, but as a critic, your job as a critic is to accommodate what your audience. You have to predict what your audience is going to want to think about the film, and see if the product aligns with what they would watch. So, like if you watch a movie, like if you watch Godzilla, right? Godzilla. What's a good Godzilla movie that not appeal? Like Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla is a great movie that really generally only appeals to fans that are already from the franchise.
Is it a good movie?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're a fan of the franchise, chances are you're going to enjoy a lot of what the movie has to offer. And it's going to be a good experience for you. But if you're not a fan, then maybe not so much. And like, as a critic, you have to make that distinction. You know, you have to like potentially think of angles of reception for the product. And everybody,
I feel like they don't do that.
That's exactly my problem. Like a lot of like online criticism, it's just like, I don't like it, so this thing sucks, don't go watch it. But it's just like, hey.
This wasn't made for you.
Like it's.
I'm sick of that too.
Yeah, you're a critic. Like you just have to.
It wasn't made for you. No, I mean, I can still watch something. It's not.
Look at this man laid back over here.
Yeah.
This man comfy, dude. This is a cool kid over here, dude.
I am cool.
So like, criticism is such a complex thing because you want to accommodate your opinion and put your opinion on there, but you also have to accommodate the fact that what is the film's or the game's goal as a product, right? To like, what is it trying to say? What is it trying to do? And then you have to accommodate for that while critiquing it. And if you don't do that, you're not particularly doing the product a great job. You know, like you have to acknowledge that like Power Rangers and tokusatsu stuff has a very specific niche. And if you watch it and you don't belong to that niche, then you can't just dismiss it as like being bad. You know, like that's doing a disservice to the genre because there's something in it that's really good. That's just my soapbox. Do your job. Do some research. Read about the shit that you're reviewing.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point to end it.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too, man. Let's go to fucking Let's Meet.
Dude, let's go to Gobblies.
What the fuck is Gobblies?
Gobblies nuts. We got him again, ladies and gentlemen. We got him twice. Look at this big buffoon.
Just let him do it.
Then look at us on the computer.
What?
This is what I had to put up in my
Put it on the screen. Put it on the screen.
Dude, I love the resurgence of Willem Dafoe lately.
Dude, Willem Dafoe is the GOAT.
This is what I've been staring at for the last 10 minutes. Is like
Dafoe.
gobble these nuts.
Norman's on sabbatical.
Yeah, about to say that. Norman's on sabbatical, honey.
Right,
That's
fuck.
a neat trick.
We're ending the show. You can find me on Twitter at Brian Chia and on Twitch at
So
BryanBrowny.
fucking good at
You
this.
can find me on Twitter at cyber_calamity.
You can find me _.
Underscore Tay Infinite.
Wait,
Yeah.
what is it?
Yeah,
He's
underscore
like, that
Tay
kid,
Infinite.
he's like that kid. He's like, when
Dude,
Dude,
I'm
I'm Chaz from what's the name? Not Chaz, but what's the kid from Furry Live Parents, the cool kid?
you're not.
I'm fucking.
You're not
I don't know.
AJ.
AJ's not
Chester.
cool.
Chester.
Chester was a cool leader, was the other kid.
Me and Tay are Chester and AJ.
Yeah, you are. You absolutely are.
Holy shit. Should you never up pictures of that? Chester and AJ. That's funny.
That's a great.
That would be like a meme someone would post to the Drunken Ship. Be like, someone said this was Tay and Jordan.
Who is? I'm sorry to be disrespectful, but I have no idea who this Twitter
In the
follower
show,
is.
in the show.
Wait, no, stop.
Okay,
Hang on.